What is up, everybody? We going to attempt to finish this. Let's see. Search tenant. Okay. It found a residence. What up, metrics? What's up? What's up? What's up? Where was I? Office. Okay. So I think it's metric. I think you are the one who mentioned that you didn't know. I didn't show how to do the save. Wait, if it's one, why is it showing two? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, so pretty much, let me hide this. Yeah, there you go. So on text committed on here, what we are doing is we're taking the output of this text, we save it to a new variable, and then we get the player character, and then we also go inside of the BPC apartment component, right? And yeah, where is it? Okay, yeah. So we're taking the character. We get a reference to the BPC apartment, okay, and then the variable that we select or we save. We check in to see if it's a number, okay. Hold on. Give me 1 second. We check in to see if it's a number, and if it is a number, right, we call in this function inside of the BPC apartment component, right? And this function, all it is server update unit price, one on server, and a client update unit price. Wait, I mean, this one doesn't need to be replicated. I don't think. Yeah, it doesn't need to be replicated because it's happening on the client. So just make sure you run this on server. Okay, we get the character. We get overlapping actors. We get the apartment, right? And then for each loop, we call the interface to the character. I mean apartment. Okay, get apartment ref. We check to see if it's valid. If it is valid, we get all child actors. Okay, we get it at an index, meaning which button are we clicking. Okay, because you know we got different buttons that update different things, right? So we create a variable called button index, or we promote inside of this. We add the index inside of the server update price. We get the index and the price. Okay, so we getting a copy of the child actors at the given index. Okay, and then we cast into the door. Okay, because you know we have multiple doors, so basically we are cast into the door, which is what the apartment is consist of. Okay, we cast into the door, and then we promote it to a variable called door ref, and we make sure it's valid, and then inside of the price right here, we just set it right here. We call it from the door, because you know inside of the door we have where is it? We have a price variable in the door, right? And then yeah, this is where we are setting from the door. We call set price. Okay, this is coming from the door. Set price. We set in the price to the value that we pass inside of this function right here. So we take this, we set the price. Okay, so make sure it's like this. Don't even worry about the client part, because I know that it works on the client as well. So yeah, because we've been doing it on the client anyway. So if you run this on the this is running on the client, you can see I need a button to open the thing. I'm gonna put it, but it works on the client as well. Okay, so one more thing. So matter of fact, we can just, so that people, so we don't get confused, we can call this update price, so we don't get confused. Okay, so what we're doing, we get the character, we get the actor we're overlapping, which is the apartment. Okay, we get the interface to it. We check to see if it's valid. We get all the doors, because remember, this is where the doors are connected. Okay, we get all the doors, right? And then we get them at an index. So let's say door 0, door 1, and the index is coming from this, the update price. Okay, and then we cast to the apartment door, which is, I'm probably gonna have to create a could you show the code that I asked? That is the code that you asked. It is, that's the code right here, the one that you update the you set the price for the unit. That's the code. That's why I'm going over it. See, that's the code that when you update this, where is it? That goes to entry, apt ptn. You gotta pay attention, man. That's the code, man. Pay attention. Okay. Set visibility invisible. So when I click this, wait, what the hell? Oh, not the entry. I need to set the apartment unit container. We need to set the unit container. And then we need to hide the entry. I'm doing this in the wrong thing. Damn it. That's not the one I needed to open. But I just wanted to show you this anyway. So we're gonna go to the right. So I'll do that. Yeah, this is it right there. Yeah. So this is the one that we update the price. Let's see, I say 8,000. Huh. Interesting. That is very interesting. Give me a second. Or maybe we might have to do that. Hold on, let me see. Apartment 9,000. Yeah, we might have to. Okay, so in the apartment BPC, I think I was doing this right. This might need to be running on a client. I don't know how it got. Let me see. Yeah, okay. Okay, I had it right. So let's call this client update unit price. So this need to be updated to the client. Okay, inside of the BPC apartment BPC component, make sure this is running on client. Okay, my bad. So let me go. I need to keep this to the side and open this one. Okay, this should be where we left off. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep this as a reference. But technically we're not too far off. So hide. Let's collapse this. Yeah, okay. Let me go here. Last name, first name. What's this? Search. Okay, this is where we are. Okay. Okay, cool. I'm just waiting for this to open and then we can be in business. Give me 1 second, y'all. It's almost done. Where is it? Okay. So like that. Yep. Okay, so this is where we should be. I didn't do anything to the search yet. So this is where we should be for now. So this is the apartment and the office, and let me see what I have here inside of the designer. You add you, and ID card. Let's show the ID card. Okay, so this was. Can I just? Yeah, let me just copy this. Because this is not relevant to the thing, so I can just yeah. So ID card. Let's grab the position that yeah, the design doesn't matter, so you can come up with your own design. I'm pretty sure some of you guys are coming up with your own design, so this doesn't matter. Yeah, so we got something like this. Okay, inside of the card, canvas, who's on the box. Let's put a pattern to the right. Let's do 10. So alright, don't be scooshed up all the way. Okay. So now the main thing that we need to do, we also need to create some some record for the for the player, right? So if we go to apartment data, and matter of fact, should we put, no, let's put it in here. Let's say player records. Let me make my life easier and go and ask record you give me a list place such as case number and verdict ATC time served crime type minor. Kind of use the power of AI to help you with some of these things. See, look, it's giving me a lot of stuff that otherwise I wouldn't be thinking about. Okay, so inside of here, criminal record, let me see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So yeah, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So the first name is full name. So when we do find a record, right, full name, we have DOB, we also have gender, nationality, we have address, when, you know, we have photo, this could also be icon, and we have, wait, that's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 or 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Interesting. And we have unique ID, and this could be a text, texture 2D, and this could also be a text. Okay, we're gonna have to create a text for this. I mean, what's enum for this? But for now, we're gonna keep it that way. Text. Pretty much all of my text except for that thing. Okay, so play a record, and then timeline tracking, status, extract input. Nah, okay. So yeah, we might just add all of this inside of the player record, right? let's do this. Let's add case number. Let me just copy these. Arresting officer name. We're gonna need a badge number for the officer. Department, whoever locked them up. Because when we get to create the police, we're gonna have location, arrest and reason, crime. Arrest and reason. I guess crime type and crime category. And then weapon involved, yes or no. Was there any weapon involved in the crime? What's the six? Nah. Okay. Okay. Case number. That could be a text as well. Text. We're gonna have a lot of text. Badge number. Text, because sometimes they can have precinct department. This one could be an enum. Let's do police system. This could be an enum. So let's say police department name or the precinct. Well, I live in Chicago, so I'm gonna what I know. Okay, whatever. Let me see, police department. You can say police department name, arrest and reason, and then you can have a list of the reason why you arrest the player. Arresting reason. Expired license. And we can say warrant for now, or you can add however any reason you want. Arresting reason, crime type, and then we can have crime type. Crime type could be it could be a felony, a misdemeanor, or infraction, like that. And then in here we say crime type, because this is where we're gonna check to see whether we want to admit the person in the apartment or not. Crime category. Nah. Let's create a yes or no. Yes or no. Right. And we can use it. We can reuse this multiple times. Yes or no. And then we can just say yes or no. So yeah. So was there any weapon involved? Yes or no? Okay, for now we're gonna keep this for now. All right, and let's save these, and then inside of the character, in the data, in the player info. Oh, what's this? Oh yeah. Player info. We can add a new variable called player record and player record. Right, and make this an array. Huh, what? What is this? Player record. This is an array of player records. Yeah, and then you can just add the records like this. But we're gonna add it manually, but technically we need to, the police gotta be the one filling out this record. Don't save. Current GTA, open that. Okay, let it open. Okay, so if we go to the database for Trey, let's give Trey a record. Oh, damn it. We need to delete that. Okay. Let's give Trey a record. So we're gonna type anything. Full name, Trey Young. Let's do 05. Let's do 22. 19. Let's do 78. Ah, we need to change this to French. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. 150th Street. And unique ID. This is gonna be a random number. This can also be serve as your license. FL. That's whatever. Mike John. Mike John. P. Chicago. That's it. For Heights. Whatever. For warrant. Yes, a felony type and weapon involved. Yes. Okay, let's give it like that. So inside of the UI, the menu, okay, the office menu, what we can hide this for now. What are we looking for? We can't even hide this. No, we cannot hide this. We need to hide this. No. Huh. Interesting. Okay, keep the form because we need the form and like this. Get this. One click. This is where we're setting all the visibility stuff. Okay, and let me go to my thing, visibility, and we need to open this. Okay, this is visibility, so let's just say got this no node, call it handle visibility. Okay, so for right now I'm only gonna go based off the first name, but if you want you can check against all of these. The way I'm about to do it, you can check against all of it. You can compare them, okay? But I'm just gonna do the first name. First name input. Okay. So we're gonna do on text committed, and we promote this to a variable. Let's call it first name text. Okay. So when we click the button, let's print string to see what we're getting. Let's print the first name text. Okay. So search. Let's do whatever. Damn it! I'm doing the whole did everything. But you see, it's printing the name, right? So if I unplug this, let me see. I think I need to go in here and check some. Where is it? By apartment server. Okay. Did I make this one? Yeah, I need to make sure inside of the BPC apartment, make sure this client update unit price is set on running on client. Yeah. Okay. Now it's working. Okay. And I showed this in the beginning of the stream, so you should be able to see it. But here, this is where we are. So if I, you know what, let me just make this one player. Oh no. Turn the server, if I search, whatever, boom. See, we're getting the result of whatever we enter here. So you can, like I said, you can add all of them the same way. Like you can click this, rename it to first name, date of birth, and then you can search the database to see if they match. Okay, but I'm just doing the, for me, I'm just gonna do the first name for now. But if you want to make it complicated, you know, to make sure all the things matches, you can just do it the same way. Okay, so now what we need to do, we need to search the database to see if there's a row inside of database that matches the whatever we enter in this text. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna say get data table row, right? And we searching for the player info, and then this is gonna come from here. We can say to name or to string first, and then plug this up. Right. So now here, if we print whatever we search for, okay, you should see it. Remember, inside of the character player info data, I have a player named Trey. So if I play the game now and search for Trey, when it returns, see, it says Trey, right? So if I play it again and search for default, it should return the default character data. We can do what we want to do. See, default. So now what we need to do with the information that we received, right? We need to check where is it? Player record. We can do a for each loop. We can break it, and then we can do crime type. We can see if it's equal to a felony, right? So if it is a felony, we can go to let's hide this for now. The search container, let's open it up, unlock it, temp text. We can get this, and we can say set text felony, right? And if it's not, we can say good. Okay, and now because Trey has a felony, so if I look for Trey, it should say he has a felony. See, felony. I need to add a back button. Hold on, let me do that, because let me copy this. Copy the form. Let's hide this. Let's get the user ID. Let me wrap this with a vertical box. And inside of here, yeah, let's add the button. Back to main menu, and then let's say back main menu UTN. So when we click this, what we're gonna do, we're gonna get the search container. We're gonna hide the search container. Set visibility to collapse, and then we're gonna get the entry container. We're gonna set it to visible. And we also do need to clear the whatchamacallit, the inputs after we hit the search. So if I hit play, search, let's say default, not right now, because we know default doesn't have a felony. It should say good. What the? Ooh. That's the problem. Oh, when we do the back button. when we do this back button, we should also, in the search container, we should also show the form. Nah, that won't work, because if I do that, I think it's gonna be best if I do this inside of with a flip-flop, not a flip-flop, let's see, with kind of neat. And that worked. And entry visible collapse. With a widget searcher. But wait, we're also doing if it doesn't have a felony, set the text to good. But why is it setting the text to temp though? For result. So we're searching felony. If I go back, search. But I'm hiding this already though. Let's see. Oh, the result. Okay. The result need to be collapsed. So I do this. Oh, it's because default doesn't have anything. That's why it's returning result. Yeah, it doesn't have anything. So if I hit search again, yeah. So, but if I go, let me show you. If I go inside of the database and put Trey, put his felony type to a misdemeanor. Oh, we should do a switch because we have 3 of them, right? So if I do his to Trey to see, it says good. So if I go back, and then that we need to, as soon as we hit this, we need to clear this button. Search and then there. We need to get this, and we need to do let's grab all of this, and we're going to say class of function, call it search database. Search player record and set text editable text to empty because we want to reset it. Reset the input and search the database for player yeah, that's the database. Right, like that. And then what's this? This is search tenant. Okay. So this now I should do what it's supposed to do. Try. Because it doesn't have a felony. And we also need to add a, oh, well, we can just cancel like that then, I guess. Search Trey and then it's searching. Like I said, this we need to show this if we have a player inside of this box, right? Because the way this is, I think you're only gonna show the no, it's right there. Yeah, but we can only show this if we have a player inside of this area right here. Okay, so let's go and do that. Let's go to the apartment and click on this. This is tenant collision, add even. Oh wait, we already did that. Yeah. Okay, so well, inside of the apartment UI, and for this, for the ID card, where is it? Yeah, for the ID card, by default we're gonna make it collapse so it's not visible by default. By the fact, not only this, we need the whole thing. No, it's only the ID, because we might wanna come here and then go back. So let's do collapse this, right? So for the visibility, matter of fact, no, we need to create a binding for this. Let's go in the front. And what's this? Nope. Get character. And let's get apartment. The apartment ref? No, not this. Is that the function? Yeah, okay, so that's the one we want. Get apartment. Make sure it is valid. So if we have a valid apartment, and then if we do, we can say get tenant ref, and only if we have a tenant inside a box to show this. If we don't, collapse. So now if I go here, it's not gonna show, right? Or should I put this down here? I think it'd be best if we put it down there. Yeah, it'd be best if we put it down here. And here, padding. And let's see you, padding tab, let's say 5. Yep, activate menu, search, yep. So now if I do have if we do have a tenant inside of the container, it should show it. So if I take this dude, go inside of here, there we go. So now let's populate this dude, this name with whoever is inside this box. ID card. Okay, so let's say t first name. Let's see. Yeah. Get tenant ref. And this is gonna be true. And then we pass the tenant ref. Okay, so here we can say get tenant ref. And we can say get player info. We break it and we get the first name. And we could do the same for the last name. So this, wait, okay. We say T last name, and then and what else do we need? DOB and create a button for this. Do we have a DOB for this? Age. I guess we can just put the age. Okay, for now we're gonna keep it like that. So if I come here, take this guy, make it go in there, and search, it's gonna say Trey Young, and the age is 18. We might have to change this to DOB so that way we can get a proper, so with that information, that's where we can check. So okay, well his name is Trey, and remember what I said, you can just do these, populate these, and then okay, we're searching. Now if Trey is good, then it's good, but if his Trey is not good, then we're gonna return like a list of the felony that Trey has, and then we can create a button. We can make a button of the list of the felony he has, and then when you click the button, it's gonna show a detail about the type of crime. Okay, so even down here we also need to add a back button so that way we can go back. Okay, but let's see, and the result, let's copy this. I can create a universal back button for this, but for now I'm just gonna keep it like that. The ID, we don't need that right now. And search result, let's hide the form container for now. And inside of the search, this is the part where we need to do different things. Okay, search, search record. Okay, if it's a felony, this is where we need to do different things, like show different container. Okay, so let's delete this. Delete. What's this? Canvas. Okay, let's add another canvas. Why is it still lock? We're gonna call this one felony container, and we're gonna say no. no crime container, and we're gonna call this one crime container. Okay, and in here, let's open this. What is this? Okay, let me copy this whole thing, and we can create a button called crime block, and then put this. We can say these are on screen. Felony. And then this could be something else. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Inside of the UI office, right? And inside of the search result, okay? That's a canvas. Nah, this one, let me make this one a vertical box. Crime container. Right, let's add a crime block button inside of this. Crime container, make it to fill, and the crime block. Yeah, let's give it like that. Add a few of them. So if the person has felony, this is what's gonna happen. So these two need to be collapsed by default. Crime container. No kind of container. Matter of fact, let's grab these two. Let's add a scroll box in case we have more. No. Inside of the crime container, we need the scroll box. So if there's a felony, we say set visibility to true. And then if there's no felony, we get this dude. We set its visibility to true. So now let me go back to the character data info. Let's give Trey back the felony he had. Yep. Let's make it a felony. So if Trey goes, and if I go here, type Trey, now I should see a list of Trey record. There you go. That's all the record Trey has. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna add some padding to this. So on here, this needs to be a button. So when I click it, right, it's gonna show the records. Let's see, office. Let's get the scroll box and let's add a 15 padding, like that. Alright, let's do Trey again. Yep, and bottom 0. Oh, let's do that, and crime block. Why isn't that scrolling? Fill. There we go. Eight. So when I do this, like this, Trey, we search. Nice searching to see if he has a felony. There you do. And now we can search through all his little messed up stuff he be doing. Let's remove this. We don't want that at the bottom. I think eight might be too much. Let's do 4. Let's do 4. All right, okay, cool. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna remove all of this. And we're gonna call the scroll back box grade. Okay. And when we search the record for every single one of them, for each loop, if it's a felony, we're going to create widget, and then we're going to create crime block, and then we're going to add it. We're going to add child. First, let's clear children. So I'm not Trey should only have one felony now. So it should only return one box. Yep, one felony. So if I go to the data table, and for Trey, let's say I add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now if I search him, he should have like 6. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now he has 6 felonies, right? So what we can do, in the next stream, what we're going to do, we're going to make it where when we click this, it opens like some sort of thing over here, like slide something over here, and then you see the detail about the crime, right? So let me do this for a second. Con container. What's this? Vertical box? Okay. Let's add a text. Wrap this with a vertical box. Margin top, let's say 20, bottom 5. And the text inside of it, let's put 6. Okay. play record. Okay, like that, and then let's add another text. Let's say felony crime count. You can say this player has X amount of felony records. Right with the size box and center 400. You can be center, you can be center as well. And it's gonna be auto wrap. And the size will be 13 or 15. Center, center. Color should be like that. Color opacity. Yep. And padding bottom will be 15. And when to do this, it should say this player have X amount of felony. Yep, this player has records. Padding top should be 8. Record count should be a variable. And then if we go back to this, if it's a felony, we can get felony count. We can say set text. And then here we can just say length. And we can say format text. This player has amount of felony records, and then place the amount. So now when I play, it's gonna say Trey has 6 felonies. Okay, this player has 6. Has 6. Wait, what did I call the text? I said this player amount. I forgot the amount. I forgot. Has 6 amount of felony record. Let's put this inside a okay. So like that, it would say he has 6 amount. Trey, and let me say this player has 6 amount of felony. I don't know, 6 felony record. It should keep it 6 felony record. Yeah, let's give it 6 felony record. I guess. Yeah, this player has 6 felony records. Okay. And then what else? Well, that will be it for today. In the next video, we're gonna pick up next stream. We're gonna finish this. We're gonna add. In fact, let me see if the client can do it to be sure. So the client, search for Trey. Yep, it says player record. This player has 6 felony records. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in the next stream, we're gonna work on where we click this button and it show the felony record. Right? We click this, shows the something slide in, show the record, and then also if they don't have any record, we're gonna spawn like if they don't have a record, since the player gonna be sitting down somewhere over here, we're gonna have like a screen that says, hey, accept the agreement, the term or the lease agreement, and then when they click the button, right, this is where we're gonna assign them the apartment that they are looking for, and then now they're gonna become the tenant to that specific apartment. All right, so that's it for today, and I will see y'all